John Velazquez. I don't know if you know this, but the horse you're riding, the Belmont Patch, he only has one eye. Have you heard that yet?
Yes, I know. I know the horse. I've been working on with the horse, and actually, I won on him back in Guffling Park. So
Oh,
I
yeah?
know him a little bit. Yes.
Yeah. And you were saying, he's on the far outside, and the eye he's missing is the one that, he's not going to be able to see the horse inside him. But is that much of a concern, or just something that's in your head?
It is a little bit, just because he's so in the far outside in the gate, not seeing anybody, and he's outside, so it's a little bit concerned. He's working, and he knows the horse is going to be next to him, and he can hear. The problem is not seeing anybody there from the gate, so I'm going to have to come out, run out of there, and try to get him into the middle of the horses going to that first turn, and hopefully I get him in a position that he'll be comfortable.
How many Belmonts have you ridden in?
I think this is going to be my 20th.
20th, wow. Do you remember your first one?
I do.
Who was the horse?
Oh my God, I believe it was some Irish, forgot his name now.
Do any good?
No, I was 4th or 5th, I think it was. Yeah, I think so.
So was that one of your first times riding 1.5 miles at Belmont?
No.
You'd done it a lot before then?
We've done it a lot, yeah. I've been running for 27 years, but we've done a lot. Well, the only thing, we don't do the 1.5 miles in the dirt.
No, that's what I mean, on the dirt track. It's just such an unusual race,
probably,
isn't it?
Going back thinking, that's a good question. It probably was my first time ever and the 1.5 miles in the dirt.
Because how many opportunities are there,
we don't get
you
to
got
ride
like
in
the
dirt.
Brooklyn and just a couple races every year.
Yeah.
It's such a massive oval. I mean, what are the challenges you find in riding in a race like that?
Well, obviously the horse has to handle the distance. That's the number one thing, though, and most of them don't. So now you have to be really patient and to see what you can do with the horse to save all that energy for the last part of the race. And some horses like to be close to the lead, some like to be on the lead, or some like to be off the lead, and some like to come from way back. But you don't know which one is going to handle the distance. So if the pace is fast enough, they're killing the horses in front, so the horses coming from behind is going to one who's going to come in little by little and try to caught up with them in the end. So the key about it is to be patient with your horse and try to save him, no matter if you go in front or if you're on the back.
Patience
or in the middle of
is
the
what
it's
it's all about,
patience,
isn't
yeah.
it? If you ask too early, you're in trouble, aren't you?
You ask too early. If you're forced to make a move early, if you do something that is a little too early in the race, it's going to cost you down the lane. So it's definitely one of those races that are very difficult to ride just because of it. First of all, we don't ride the race very often on the dirt, and these horses never gone that far before. They're only 3-year-olds, and they haven't run that far before, and not in the dirt. So it's one of those very tricky races that you have to be very patient.
How fast? Speaking of pace, what kind of pace do you see developing in this race?
I don't see that it's going to be a very fast pace in the race. Looking at the horses in there, if you they go 48 and change, it'll be a good pace.
It's going to be a 12s kind of race in your mind?
I believe so, yeah. I believe so. If they go 12 and 12 and 12, that's a good pace, what the pace should be. Unless they go crazy and all of a sudden somebody goes in 46 and change, I would doubt it. And then I think those horses will come back pretty quickly down the lane. But if that happens, it'll be beneficial to me.
Yeah, no, I mean, your horse, who knows? I mean, he's so unproven so far, but he does seem like a horse with a good galloping speed. And if it's that kind of race, it's who kind of just stays and stays, right?
Exactly. Who stays in that pace, who can continue going that pace. So I think if that happens, the speed develops that fast, I think it'll be beneficial for my horse, definitely.
Great. Well, best of luck in it, and thank you for your time.
Thank you.